Hi, I'm Vicki Knott. I am the CEO and co-founder here at CruxOCM. We are on a mission to simplify industrial operations through human-centered industrial autonomy, creating safer, more efficient, more profitable control room operations for our midstream assets. So today, welcome to the blog. Want to dig in and talk about the complexities of operating very large transmission and distribution and even gathering pipeline systems. So we'll dive in now and show you guys just how complex it is to operate one of these. So how complex is it to operate an oil pipeline system? Well, for example, let's take this example system, right? It has 2 inlets, 3 outlets, and like a side stream strip on it. So that has, 4 times, times 2 inlets, you multiply them together, you end up with 8 operational scenarios. Now, if there was we added another delivery location to that system, the complexity of operations increases again, right? So not only do you have multiple operational scenarios that you need to manage as a control room operator, also you have all of the dynamics of the system itself. All right, so you have those different, up to 8 on this specific pipeline operational scenarios, but then the complexity compounds again. And that's because there's the dynamics of these systems. So they don't behave, in this nice, calm way. They behave kind of like if you get into a bathtub and you get splashes, right? So that's how these pressure waves propagate. So in terms of the operation of it, you need to manage these pressure waves. And that is done by, with the other complexities in the pipeline. So you manage them with the variable frequency drives, the pumps, the pressure control valves. If you're shutting down the pipeline, the isolation valves. So all of these things, you're creating mental models as a control room operator on how to manage them. At the same time, you also have the elevation profile that you're considering along the length of the pipeline. So your delivery location might be at a higher elevation than your receipt location. And so that's going to change how these different batches move through, right? So the density and viscosity of each batch, your jet fuel, your crudes, your NGLs, they are all going to behave differently from how a control room operator actually interacts with them, compounding the complexity once again on how these assets are operated. So hopefully that gives everyone some more insight into the complexity of operating liquid pipelines, oil pipelines, NGL pipelines. These are the assets that underpin our entire economy, right? So energy is something that we all need and use every day. And so I want to glad to be able to give a little bit of insight into the amazing folks that work 12 hours a day in control rooms, making sure that we get our energy safely and efficiently. So here at Crux, we're all about simplifying heavy industrial operations. So making these scenarios a lot more doable for these control room operators. And we're really focused on human-centered industrial autonomy, right? So making sure that control room operators have the best tools that they have to be successful. So thanks for coming and thanks for listening. If you folks like learning about the complexities of our energy industry and learning more about human-centered industrial autonomy, please do like, follow, and subscribe. So we have LinkedIn, and then there's the YouTube. And of course, if you prefer email, we have a fantastic newsletter that can come right into your inbox. So thank you all for listening in, and hopefully this gives everyone a little bit more comfort around the complexity of our energy systems.